Good evening. I've given everybody a handout too. I'll discuss that at the end. My name is Connie Reguli and I reside on Weichel Road East in Brentwood. I am here as a citizen and an attorney for a young man known as J.H. J.H. was in the Williamson County Detention Center in the fall of 2013, not because he was violent or selling drugs, but because he suffered from a brain injury that interfered with his ability to reason. His mother had asked to have him released for an evaluation for an inpatient rehab, and when she was unable to complete it in one day, the judge ordered that he be returned to the detention center. If you were in the detention center, you would find that it's a jail for children. It is a jail with cells 11 by 7 that a child can be put in solitary confinement, and that is what happened to J.H. He would spend 3 weeks in solitary confinement, cut off from his mother with only limited access to his father. Then he was assaulted by an employee of this county. The judge ordered that the child stay in solitary confinement, cut off from all contact with his parents, and did not provide any victim intervention. We later found that videos had been purposely concealed that would have demonstrated the grooming by Juan Cruz earlier that afternoon. The investigation did ensue that night, which included DNA samples from the perpetrator and J.H., and Juan Cruz was indicted. Due to the negligence of the district attorney's office, Cruz was not properly charged with the crime, and in January 2016, when the trial did occur, the DA was not able to use the DNA evidence as evidence of the crime. All of the victims' rights provided under statute were ignored, and it was not until the third day of the trial that we knew that the DA had screwed up. I don't think that you can imagine what that incompetence did to my client. And we won't spend time tonight describing how many times his PTSD has been triggered and events occurred that could have cost him his life. In the meantime, I took the issue to federal court, and the Sixth Circuit found that the solitary confinement of J.H. was excessive punishment and a violation of his constitutional rights. But under the legal theory of qualified immunity, which gives state actors one free screw-up, Williamson County employee McMahon and Williamson County escaped liability. So why am I here? J.H. still has an opportunity for justice. The only defendant left in this case is Juan Cruz. What I want from the county commission is to say that the Williamson County taxpayers shall not be strapped with the legal fees and expenses of Juan Cruz. In his criminal and civil trials, Juan Cruz has been represented by Carl Pulley, Raquel Abel, Jacques Cabell, and Kelly Haas. Last Friday, attorney Kelly Haas told the federal court that she would now add co-counsel. During his deposition, Cruz admitted that he did not pay for his civil attorneys. I have an open records request to the county for the disclosure of the amount of funds paid for the criminal and civil defense of Juan Cruz, whether for legal fees, deposition expenses, or experts. As taxpayers of Williamson County, we want to make sure that this commission affirmatively resolves that no monies will be paid for the defense of Juan Cruz. What I've handed you in the handout today is the article that came out in the paper, but also excerpts from the Sixth Circuit opinion that demonstrates that his constitutional rights were violated and he was subjected to excessive punishment. Thank you.
Is that Harris? Next, I have Elizabeth Harris. Excuse me.
Good evening. My name is Elizabeth Harris, and I live on Cottonport Drive in Brentwood. This past Friday, I learned that after 8 grueling years, we might finally have a chance at justice for my now young adult. As a mother who has fought for her son since he was 10 years old, after suffering the debilitating onset of a not very well-known brain disease, I implore that you take an interest in what is happening to our youth who may end up in the Williamson County Juvenile Detention Center. The taxpayers paid a handsome price to ensure Judge Sharon Guffey's protection from justice. I need to say that, without a doubt, if each resident of our county could hear the facts of this case, they would unanimously agree that their hard-earned money should not be spent to defend a pedophile. As a small business owner in Williamson County since 2001, I can honestly say that I'm sorry. Our juvenile detention center is nothing other than a steel jail where our children are locked in a cage and traumatized. And I'm sorry that my son was a victim of it, but he does deserve justice. Please do not rob my son of justice by funding the defense of Juan Cruz. Justice has been due my son since 2013 for the cruel and unusual punishment which was forced upon him in this county. Do not fund Juan Cruz's defense, please. Thank you.